good morning, good evening, good night. So, what do I do? I wanted to get some amber and souls and all this jazz. I think running back from it, most probably giving me some souls. Was it from here? Yeah, I think so. Oopsie. That's okay. $2,000 for just the 3 guys. I can deal with that. Let's check what we get from the guys outside. So, I know there are 2 of them. Oh, so that's good. Not so much. I'm a little bit tired, sleepy, let's say, so... Hope I can get the souls back. Else... This is not so good. Oh my gosh. He was popping off. Two in one go. Okay. I take that. So, run. Run. So, first get the souls back. Okay, number 1 is down. Maybe that's the play, to take out the left one first and then go for the other one. Smooshed. Good day, Ed. How you doing? You're drinking with brandy? That's great. So you are celebrating the birthday. Was it yesterday? I don't know. I lose track of the days, especially with different time zones. It's still yesterday for me. Enjoy. Celebrate as much as possible. So, getting him down first. Ouch. Don't be so rude. Hey Darren, welcome in. I'm just waiting for Dunks to start, so... And so I said, okay, I do a little bit of shady while I lose all my souls, obviously. No, while I grind a little bit of souls, because, you know, no big action here. Nothing to see. Travel, and I think it was... Come on. That one. I have to keep track of the clock, because I think Dunks removed the counter on his front page, so cannot even have a countdown for myself, you know. Get away, get away, get away. That's good. So I did, oh gosh. So at least I, you know, I came online for a good cause, so not just that I slept only 4 hours and was a little bit bored and excited at the same time. That's a chance now to stream for Dylan as well. As I said, work, I mean, grab yourself a muffin, have a good time. Bad gameplay, you will find a lot here. Nah. Ouch. At least one I want to get down. Okay. I have to get better in order to keep my souls. Up. Get the souls. I know 18,000 is not enough. So... Come on. Get down here. Without waking up the other one. Ouch. Oh my gosh. Don't do this to me. Oh, I'm doing really good. Not. Thanks God I spawn directly next to the souls and do not lose them all the time. Oh, I stopped to count. I think it was the 5th time that I marked up there. Come on. Whoops. Oh my gosh. Now the souls are in a bad spot. I think I will skip them. Coming from top was better than going up the stairs. Okay, that's not good. To get the souls, yeah? But no, run. Run, you fool. One at a time would be no problem. he said, and was insta-killed. Out. I should sleep. This is just bad. The timing is a little bit off, so excuse me for so much gore. So, get the souls. I think I will try another spot. These two guys are no fun. The Pontiff. What was it? I've seen it. It's a hard game, I have to say. And I just wanted to give it a try because I never played these kinds of third person hack and slay games, but it's brutal. No, that's the wrong one. No, I wanted to go to the other side then. Is it here? No, that's the one that I played also in the morning one day, and it was kind of scary to me. No, it was a church that I have to go to. Yeah, I just wanted to play the game because, yeah, wanted to know what all the story is about. You know, you hear Dunks talking a lot about the game, and he played also when I entered this channel. I think he was playing Bloodborne, what is also a Souls game. And then you say, okay, come on, what is so hard about this game? Why is this guy on screen having so much trouble with it? And now I know, it's tough. Hey bro, welcome in. How you doing? Ugh. Still no ember, nothing. So all the stuff I killed was for... Ouch. Was for nothing so far. Not good. Oh, sounds you're not or looking forward to. I'm bad in these emotes that are no emotes. I don't see anything behind it. Is it a squished smile? Is it a squished sad face? I don't know. Fully agree with Darren. I hope it's nothing serious. I hope it's just planning something and everything is fine. But as usual, if you don't want to tell us, you don't have to tell us, you know. Serious, but only the thing that there nonsense, nothing I enjoy. Okay. Then I wish you, of course, that everything turns out better than expected. Ah, this is where I got all the fire witch helmets. I just went up here, killed up them. Normally. Come on. Oh gosh. There was not even loot. At least take a drink. Okay. Next one, please. Oh, this was quite fruitful. 26,000. I'll take them. I was looking for a house. Yeah, this you told me. And they know I have never purchased one. So like they never want me to be a part of. If that was my first home. Oh my gosh. I don't like these kind of thingies. No, they're so complicated to me. I live in a country where majority of people are living for rent in flats, so and this is the least complicated way of living, unless you live in a forest, of course. So, filing shrine. Let's see. Exchange from parent to child. Absolutely. There, 100% agree. This is, it's the worst time for both sides, you know. And everyone will at a certain point experience this, and
welcome home, I should speak.
I wish it goes well for everyone.
Then touch take nourishment.
So, I know that we will no longer go into strengths. Even though I want to have a look-see. No, it's not increasing the damage, so even better. I will increase life. Because a little more life and I'm good. So 18,000. Do I have 18,000 in stuff around?
Ah, well met, Ashen One.
Yeah, and especially, you know, what you describe, these kind of considerations. It's in every family. This is mainly a nightmare, especially when you have multiple children or grandchildren involved, and it's no fun, I can tell you. So the bigger souls I don't want to sell. This is not enough. What else do I have? Nah. So weapons, they are not enough. This is not enough. This is not enough. The shields are not enough. Oh yeah, I wanted to try something with the shield. Now that I see it, this reminds me that I got the hint that There's something kind of special to it. To at least one of them. So we go back to the church. So I think this is a good run there. I moved my mother, youngest brother, with me for several years before she passed. Need to use the shield close to as I said, these are the not so funny things of family life, where I say, "Eh." So I wanted to check this, but for that I have to get rid of some weight. So I have to be almost naked, as it seems. Oh, the style is kind of archaish. I think I will change the boots or the leggings that are quite heavy. Or do I get... Yeah, with the gauntlets I can push it. Yeah, the pontiff ones I take. So, sweet. 69.9. This is where I want to be. So... yeah, at least I can roll around quite good. Ouchie. Oh my gosh. He's a mad boy. He threw me directly into a pack of mad guys. I don't like that. Run away, run away, run away. I just wanted to try what the shield is doing. And he made barbecue out of me. And throwing me into a pack of mobs that easily could have taken me into smaller pieces of barbecue. Whatever you desire. I think bacon is quite thin. Oh. 2160. I hope it's something about the souls. Oh, I can run up here as well. Do I get back to where I started? Not so much. No. Must be... over there. Yeah, my sense of direction is incredible. No, I just wanted to rest one time. So we take it off. Hey Z, welcome in. How you doing? Ooh, now I see. As I was expecting it. The shield is giving lot more souls. So, for the purpose of what I'm doing here, I will wear the shield. See, maybe I should not do this. Can you please die? Thanks. She's looking dangerous. I like it. Good selection of my armor. You don't like the missions? I only did a couple of them, to be fair. I haven't played much Gen 2. It was really a bummer for me that it came 1 week later. Else I would have for sure played the crap out of it. So, where did I run around earlier today? Here it was. Yeah. I like the racing missions somehow. They are fun to me. But I'm not doing it for the purpose of, I don't know, bossing or so. I just do it for the mission itself. Unfortunately, they are not giving too much of the hexagon thingies. So I am not even in the mood to boss the shake. Please sit up nice and straight. Berlin doesn't want you to have a bad back. I hope I did it right. And you are right, I checked and corrected my posture, and I think I'm sitting quite okay. With the advantage of not having a camera, you know. You cannot track me down. Ouch. Oh my gosh. It was a mad combination of attacks. Yeah, what I don't like about the missions that I did, at least, I focus on the racing missions because this is what you can do solo at best. That they are some kind of, not buggy I would say, but they are not so fluent sometimes. Like people that are stuck on the canoeing downriver thing, and then you have the mare wing where you have these I don't know how to call it, these upwards phases where you either hit the exhaust pipes and go up, or you don't, and then you are some seconds stuck. So I don't like this, how they did it. Well, once he is putting me up, I'm quite screwed. I should run away. Can you please stop, guys? I don't want to fight you. If only it would be one of you, then it would be maybe fine, but two? Have a drink. Who is hitting a drinking woman? Stop it. They're not real gentlemen. They're not worthy of wearing these classy armor. Cave maps. I feel like there's more to discover than just flying around the surface level. I like it. Don't get me wrong. But if I could choose my favorite gen, wouldn't. Oh. Yeah. I understand this. Gen 2 is a huge map, but at the same time, for me at least, it's either too dangerous where you are at, or when you are flying around, then there is no danger at all. Oh gosh, stop it. So it's, I don't have an opinion about the map yet, but I would not rate it top. And Darren, you're right. The content is not there in the regards that you can fly around a lot, and what you see is either the same or emptiness, let's say. They could have done a little more. You know, like, I don't know, caves, or instead of having the drops randomly falling down and you just fly there, you know. I compare every map with the island, as, you know, this is the, for me, this is the zero line. This is where I say this is how the game is, and thereafter I see the maps, either they are better or not so much compared to the island. And when you see Gen 2 compared to the island, then I see, okay, you have all the drops that are going down everywhere, and you just fly there. You know, you super boost yourself to the drop, pick it up, and then you're gone. So what's the point of it? On the island, you have to ride there, at first at least. So it's more rewarding, and now you're just grinding it, and so it makes it, for me at least, useless. And yeah, about the dinos, I don't know much, because I have no Shadow Mane, I have no Wyvern. I only see the crazy stuff that Dangstymie and of course Brill are experiencing. So I cannot judge about this much from my point of view. But one point is where I say Gen 2 is just awesome, is the whole map design and everything around it. It's super beautiful. This is what I really, really enjoy. Yeah, the oceans, from what I've seen, yeah, you know, doing the same stuff again and again is I get that. It's not so exciting. I wish they added some dinos I see in the game, but to me it's not enough. But this is, you know, with such game, it's never enough, no matter how much they're doing. So I think they did a good job with the Noglin stuff and all this jazz. That is of course funny, and so, but yeah, they could have done more, especially considering that I think between the maps is something like 1.5 years, 1 year. I don't know much about the boss fight yet, so Okay, you want to die, I get it. Then give me your souls. Mine now. The island was a simulation. This is reality. You've already done the grind. Yeah, I get this, of course. But you know, to me, it's when I play the game, no matter about the grind or all this kind of stuff. So I get this that they wanted to shortcut it, but at the same time, I wonder why they are taking away the harvesting with the punch, because this was very good in order to reduce the grindy effect of the grindy effect of the game, but they removed it. So now I'm back to picking stones, yeah, with a pick. So and also that you have the tech suit is for movement purpose. It's great, but it's not protecting you in any way. So you are still screwed by a lot of dinos if you are not flying away. And this is something where I say, okay, is this how it should be? As you have seen yesterday, you know, when Danks in Time you were doing the stuff for the Reaper birth. Yeah, the majority of the time you have seen them flying around or flying away. So this was, yeah, I don't know. I don't like this kind of back off and then check again, back off, check again. You want to see action. You want to have, I don't know, strong dinos against other dinos. At least this is what Ark is for me, so. On Gen 2 I now have built a sweet trap, let's say, where I lure the dinos in and then I can either trank them or can slaughter them if I need meat. So far I am in Gen 2. Got some drops, got some missions done. Not that much. But at least I think it was with the Mailwing Slide and Glide, I think is the name. I managed to, at least at one difficulty, I am better than King for War. So this was my only goal for that, you know. Riding it as long as I am just a quarter of a second or so better than King. After he took my crown from the Manta race on Gen 1. I feel like they haven't really experienced the danger of the nights because of the flying. Yes, and that's... I get it that the flying is now an aspect of the game with the tech suit and all this stuff, but there's no loss. So whatever you do, you go there naked, you die, yeah, you spawn with the tech suit. So there's no reward and then there's no loss in any regards. So it's meaningless. You know, when you are going somewhere in with an Argy and you lose your bird, then this is something that is in danger when you are going to such missions or adventures. But when it's just about, yeah, I die, I don't care. I don't know. Oh, 30 grand already. Makes that single users doing drops, but realizing the missions have to be done by to the boss. Yeah, and this is also kind of a meh thing. The missions should be really optional, so that you are doing it for, I don't know, either experiencing the lore of the game or having fun or grinding some special items. For this I get it, but for making it mandatory to do the boss, nah. Then better to have all kind of artifacts, you know. Kill this mob, or I don't know. Maybe I would not even care if they say you need either 30 Shadow Mane tails or something like this. That would be fine. This is something that you can grind, and it is related to dinos, but not, you know, yeah, I ride a canoe to kill a boss. This is a bit meh. And forcing the people to do something is never a good idea. Especially when it's so... You have to do each mission 3 times. That's nonsense. Easy. And this is absolutely what I mean about flying around with an Agi. I was doing on the island, I think it was. I was hauling some iron that I needed. So I had, and I play solo all the time, so I was having 3 Agis. One was carrying the Enki, and the other 2 were just there for carrying the metal. And yeah, then I goofed up at a certain point, and I lost 2 of my Agis, and this was really painful because I had no breeding pair, no nothing. But at least, you know, something was at stake, and not that I was just flying around and... Oh my gosh. And was just flying around and say, okay, I respawn and I fly again there and just pick up my loot and go on with my life. Yeah, 100%. I get that. That's why I like the missions, because they are fun to me, but just because they are fun to me, they should not be mandatory for the game itself. So as an adventure game, as a side quest, I would fully agree to keep them, because they are just good. I'm going to get a few hours sleep. Hey Ed, have a great one. Thanks for coming in. You will not miss so much of a stream. I think 20-25 minutes or so. Tanks will start, and then we will all hop over there. Yeah, going out there, I think it was. No. Did I goof up again? Are my souls? Oh, there are my souls, okay. This was a posture check. Hey Gerlop. You have been in the stream when I did the one in the evening for me, so... Oh my gosh. I streamed twice for you already. Awesome! Yeah, and what I think about Ark, about the lore and everything, the nodes are so hard to find, and if you don't have any map, you know, that is showing you everything from the start, that you are playing a puzzle of information, and you have to sort it yourself to understand what is going on and what it's all about. This is also something where I say, come on, this could be done a lot better. Not that I ask for, I don't know, storytelling, like go from A to B, from B to C, and so on and so forth, like in other games. But still, I don't know what Gen 2 is about currently. So we only seen that this seems to be now the reality, and that's it.
Welcome home.
So we left the Matrix, and we woke up in, what was the name, Zion? Yeah, I think.
Very well. Then touch take no.
Oh my gosh. Yes, and they're hard to find. You know, sometimes when I fly around, I get this notification of HLA saying, yeah, here, there's a note, blah blah blah. And then I don't even find it. But as they are not giving any rewards or so, and yeah, I cannot get them all, I just skip them most of the time. Made the same mistake as Fallout 76. That again, no NPCs to flesh out the story, which is why I think they're changing that far too. Yeah, I fully believe they will change it for Ark 2. As Dunk said it the other day, to make it more accessible for more people. And I consider myself as a casual gamer, so I'm not a pro in any game or, you know, diehard fan of anything. So I just play around. And when I play around, then I can of course also have my own opinion about how I see certain aspects of the game. And when I don't get the information about what the game is about, yeah, you know, then it's a kind of arcade game. And Ark has so much potential. Not that it needs to be, you know, an RPG or whatsoever, but it can be done more. I hit first, my friend. You can also drop an amber for me, if you like. I wouldn't mind. I had more success in finding amber on the way to the dancer than with these guys here. I just complain about the loot because we know the rule is you only find something when you complain about it first. So, come on. Yeah, okay. Not this time. Yeah, but when I think about how they can make Ark more accessible, more understandable, I think also about the menu or the whistling of dinos. What is giving the most problems to everyone, you know, which are the keys. So there's so much confusion with so many keys that you have to press in different menus. of course, some of you will love about it because, you know, they are burned into your brain because you played the game already thousands of hours. But for somebody that is just playing the game, I don't know, maybe 5 hours a month, it's a tough game, considering how you are. Why am I so bad at finding the church? Considering the fact how you are steering it, and that's why when I see Dunks and Timey on stream, and they struggle with finding out the different keys for different dinos, like here the space dolphin, and so this could be me, you know. It's the same the way that I play, that I say, okay, either I don't know the keys or I forgot about them. So there could be some more explanation of what is doing what and what should you press or so, you know. Something like super easy things. I know there are pages for everything, you know. There's also for sure a page for Dark Souls 3 explaining all the lore, explaining best builds, best weapons, best everything. But I want that a game is providing this kind of information, especially as they are not hard to program, and it's nothing that takes forever. It's just bringing down the documentation of the game, how it's intended, and so. So I think they will do a lot about the menu itself, and maybe a little bit about story. The worst thing what they could do is just, you know, polish the graphics and, yeah, sell you the same game again. This is what they are doing in other games, and this is really bad. So some of you might disagree, but I hope that they are also changing some crucial parts of the game so that there is something new in it. We don't need a DLC map with better graphics, and then they call it Arc 2. Nobody will be happy about that. So one mob more and then I can level up another time. And that's for sure. And this is what the devs of the game know already. That everybody that is playing Arc is also playing Arc 2. So that's why they can invest more money into the development of this game, because they know there's already the fan base that is 100% buying the game. But still, you know, if they want to gather more attention in the market, okay, get away, get away, get away, get away. Run, 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 run. Then they have to spice it up a little. I don't know how many people are playing Ark or how many now bought the new map and all this stuff or downloaded it. For sure there are some numbers to find. But this is their current player base. I work with a lot of game devs that think that are driven mad as everyone builds everything from scratch every time. But it would be much better to standardize. Yes, and also this is also a question that they have to answer themselves. Do they go back, let's say, to the grind, or do they do it more advanced now in Arc 2, so that they can say Arc 1 is
Very well.
the very original one,
Then touch the
and
darkness,
now
take
we
note.
are more advanced, so you don't have to deal with all the resource management or whatnot. I don't know. Or they will take
Farewell,
something
Ashen One.
away, like the tech stuff. Hey BB, I see you peeking around the corner. How you doing? Sorry. All good? Very good to hear. This I like. I know it's not every time is not good for everyone every day, so I hope everything is well for you. And guys, do not forget to give me a hint when Dunks is firing up his stream, that we all can jump over there. As you can see, you know, the content of this stream is just me rolling around and getting some souls. Just to make some poor decisions of the past go away. Yeah, I want to raid Dunks for sure. And I know most people are anyway watching him, so would not even make sense for me to keep on streaming. Yeah, and this is absolutely mandatory, because going back to primitive in Arc 2 is super important. Else you end up in a, I don't know, starfighter simulation game, whatnot, what has nothing to do with Arc at all. So here, there I get the ember. See, there's absolutely no problem, because my stream so far never ever was messing up with any of the streams of Brill or Dunks. And most of the times I'm streaming when both of them are sleeping. I have the night shift, so to say. What's funny? Because for me it's not even night. Now I just stream because I woke up super early for me. And said okay. I don't want to start something big, so why not stream in some minutes and grinding some souls while I talk to you. This is your first time catching me? Yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, this is normally not a time slot that I'm streaming. You know, normally this is the time that I'm sleeping. I just woke up early this morning, so I said, yeah, why not? Because for me, I'm the same time zone as Dunks. Oh, there was another one up top, I think. Hear that? So where is he? There he is. Yeah, for me it's 6:15 in the morning now. So I know that Dunks is about to fire it up, and I think I had bad sleep last night because of the heat. We had a heat wave the past 2.5 days, let's say, and I couldn't really sleep. So then I said, okay, hey BB, not poor Rando, all is good. So Z, when you are catching my evening stream, then it's for you morning. Okay, I get it. Time zones are something completely off, you know. Oh my gosh. Smooshed. Ah, dang. I need Ember. I'm just doing it for the Ember. I don't even have so many emote slots. I'm just a small starter, you know. I'm not like the professionals that have 20, 30, 40 whatnot slots. The only slots that I currently could add with emotes are the tier 2 and tier 3, and this is kind of pointless. But when I have another one for tier 1, something smooshed will for sure be good. I like it, you know. So no, I think I will today watch a couple of hours of streams, and then I will have another nap or so. But don't tell Dunks or Brill that I have a nap when they are streaming. Darren, thank you a lot. That's awesome. Top spot of the leaderboard. No, I'm just joking. No, normally I watch both of them during the week when I work. So due to all the and Amber, wonderful Corona stuff, we were working from home instead of the office. So this gave me the time to watch them both. And that's you know, that's amazing. That's why I say time zones are super special, especially when you are watching somebody That is in a completely different time zone. Like when I watch Brill, this is something where I say, okay, when she talks, yeah, it's midnight, and I say, no, it's just the afternoon, 3 p.m. for me. Time zones are freaking me out sometimes. Especially in my job, I have to deal with people in different time zones, and you always have to take care, you know, when you are calling them. Not that you're calling them in the middle of the night or so, or planning a meeting, you know, 4 o'clock in the morning. This is what I like the most, you know. So, come on. I get you. Ooh. I like my new weapon. It's not really smooshing, more... Yes, second hammer. No, I also had... I was watching some other streams in my evening, and also then I sometimes fell asleep. What is normal, you know? It's a kind of entertainment where you also can have a good sleep, because some streams are quite relaxed and not so much shouting or raging, where you say, okay, this is not make me calm down. Absolutely, Z, I fully agree to this. Working from home is just the best. Yeah, I'm looking forward to how the company that I work for is handling it now that the pandemic is partly over in parts of the world, yeah, at best. You're gonna make a rando ASMR hot tub stream. Oh my gosh. This is so much at the same time where I say, I would say no. I don't even get this hot tub thing. I have seen some streamers were doing this, and I thought, what's the point of it? Yeah, I get it, you are in the pool, but why? I know some are doing it as a joke now, but the original ones were just some girls in a pool shedding, where I said, okay. And all I think about is, are they not cold? What about their skin? Don't they feel that they are somehow absorbing the whole water? If I would, I don't know, sit in a hot tub for 4 hours, I don't know, I would get a skin, or I would absorb the water, and it would look like a kind of blob thingy. I don't know. Besides the fact that you have to heat the pool or whatnot, else the water is getting cold, or you are getting cold. I don't know. Kind of strange to me. Ear licking things is just weird. I don't know about these things. Is it for the ASMR stuff, or is it also some pool related stuff that I don't know about? Guess I'm not interested in this. I hardly know what they are doing there, and as I said, you only see it somehow front paged or whatnot, and you think, okay, what's the point? I don't get it. Come on. They're calling it ASMR, but they are really basically cam girls. Skirting was a lot better to it. Okay. I thought ASMR is just for the really passion of the sound, or somebody eating something crunchy, or you know, like the, I don't know what the foil is called. Just about the sound, but not about some other sexual things. Kind of strange to me. You know, I would get it when there would be some kind of fitness behind, or so, when somebody is swimming, I don't know, or doing some kind of fitness exercise. Then I would get it. You know, there's a content behind, and there's a lot of aqua sports or whatever they are called. This is something where I say, okay, it makes sense, but somebody sitting in a pool doing just shedding, come on. Did I forgot to touch the bonfire? Yes, I did. These are things where I say, nah. Whoever started it, thank you for nothing. I don't need it. Yes, and there are people, thousands of people that are enjoying it, and okay, you know, as long as there are people that like to present this kind of content, and others that like to watch this kind of content, feel free, whatever you like, each to their own. It's just not the stuff that I enjoy, you know. And so, long story short, I doubt that I will do in the near future some kind of hot stuff ASMR. So, come on, my friend. Oh, he was done fast. Smooshed. Come on, lock it in. So, if I check my clock, I think Danks must be online already. If I'm not mistaken. Give me a sec.
Music.
Yeah, he's online. So, thank you all for the early morning, for me at least. For you late evening, afternoon, whatsoever. Thank you all for hanging around, having a little chat while I was doing not so... It was not so exciting stuff. But as I said, it was just for waiting for dunks to start, so thank you for the biddies, Darren. Thank you for watching, everyone, and see you over there. I will raid dunks, so don't move. See you over there. Bye bye.